1,000 times a day without even thinking about it. Breathing. That's right. Let's dive into the fast lane to lung power. Think of your body as a high-performance engine, a supercar. What does every supercar need to burn fuel and create insane power? Oxygen, my friends. Pure, unadulterated oxygen. Your respiratory system is that custom-built, top-of-the-line supercharger, pulling in air, filtering it, delivering that precious O2 right where it's needed. It's the ultimate life support system, working silently in the background, 24/7. It never asks for a raise, never takes a vacation. What a legend. So, what exactly is this system? It's not just your lungs, though they are the rock stars of the show. It's a whole team, a squad, an entourage. All right, let's follow a single breath on its epic journey. It all starts with your nose. Think of your nostrils as the VIP entrance to the club that is your body. As air enters, it gets the full spa treatment. Tiny hairs called cilia act like bouncers, trapping dust, pollen, and other unwanted party crashers. At the same time, the mucous membranes inside your nose warm and humidify the air, making sure it's at the perfect temperature and moisture level for your lungs. Your nose is basically doing 3 jobs at once: filtering, heating, and moisturizing. Talk about multitasking. It's way more than just something to hold your sunglasses up. From the nose, the air travels down the pharynx, which is a fancy word for your throat. The pharynx is like a busy intersection where 2 major highways meet, the one for air and the one for food. Thankfully, there's a super smart traffic cop here called the epiglottis. This small flap of tissue springs into action every time you swallow, covering the entrance to your windpipe so food goes down the right tube, the esophagus, and not into your lungs. It's an incredibly simple yet life-saving mechanism that prevents you from choking every time you eat. Next up, the air passes through the larynx, also known as your voice box. This is where your vocal cords live, and as air rushes past them, they vibrate to create the sound of your voice. So every word, every shout, every song is powered by the air you breathe. After the larynx, the air enters the main event, the trachea or windpipe. The trachea is a strong, flexible tube, about 4 inches long, that leads directly to your lungs. It's lined with rings of cartilage to keep it open, so it never collapses. It's like a well-built tunnel on a superhighway, ensuring a clear and open path for air to travel smoothly. Finally, the trachea splits into 2 smaller tubes called bronchi, one for each lung, left lung, right lung. Think of the trachea as the main trunk of a tree and the bronchi as the first 2 major branches. These bronchi then continue to divide into smaller and smaller branches called bronchioles, creating a massive network that looks like an upside-down tree. This intricate network, known as the bronchial tree, is designed to deliver air to every nook and cranny of your lungs. This entire journey, from your nose to the tiniest bronchioles, happens in a split second with every single breath you take. Absolutely mind-blowing stuff. So, the air has traveled through the bronchial tree and reached the end of the line. Where does it go? It arrives at the most important destination in the entire respiratory system, the alveoli. These are tiny, microscopic air sacs clustered at the end of the bronchioles, like bunches of grapes. You have about 300 to 500 million of these little guys in your lungs. If you flatten them out, they'd cover an entire tennis court. This massive surface area is the secret to your lungs' incredible efficiency. It's all about maximizing the space for the main event. This is where the magic of gas exchange happens. Each tiny alveolus is wrapped in a web of even tinier blood vessels called capillaries. The walls of both alveoli and capillaries are incredibly thin, just 1 cell thick. This super thin barrier allows oxygen to easily pass from the air you've inhaled through the alveolar wall and directly into your bloodstream. It's like a seamless border crossing with no passport control. The oxygen then hitches a ride on red blood cells, tiny delivery trucks, and gets whisked away to every single cell in your body, from your brain to your big toe. But this is a 2-way street, a trade deal. As oxygen is delivered, red blood cells pick up a waste product, carbon dioxide. This is the exhaust fume from your body's cellular engines. The red blood cells carry this carbon dioxide back to the lungs. At the alveoli, the process happens in reverse. Carbon dioxide passes from the capillaries back into the alveoli. 1 molecule of oxygen in, 1 molecule of carbon dioxide out. This entire beautiful process is respiration. And then, with 1 simple exhale, you breathe out. The carbon dioxide-rich air travels back up the same path it came down, from the alveoli through the bronchioles and bronchi, up the trachea and out through your nose or mouth. And just like that, the cycle is complete. A fresh batch of oxygen has been delivered to your body and the waste taken out. This happens with every single breath, thousands of times a day, all on autopilot. It's the most fundamental rhythm of life, the constant pulse of your internal engine. What an absolutely genius design. Now let's talk about the main players, the superstars of this whole operation, your lungs. These two spongy, cone-shaped organs are nestled safely inside your ribcage, protected by the ribcage like a shield. The right lung is slightly larger than the left. The left lung has a little notch carved out to make room for the heart. Good neighbors sharing space. Your lungs aren't muscles. They can't move on their own. They're passive, like two balloons waiting to be inflated. So how does air get in and out? Enter the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a large dome-shaped muscle at the base of your lungs, separating chest from abdomen. It's the unsung hero of breathing. On inhalation, the diaphragm contracts and flattens, moving downward. That increases chest cavity space and drops pressure inside the lungs. Air rushes in from outside, inflating the lungs. It's physics happening inside you now. The intercostal muscles between your ribs also help, lifting the rib cage up and out to increase space. Exhaling is usually more relaxed. To breathe out, the diaphragm relaxes and moves back up to its dome shape. The intercostals relax and the rib cage settles down. Chest cavity volume decreases and air is squeezed out, like gently squishing a balloon. Passive, low effort, unless you're exerting yourself, exercising hard, singing loudly, blowing out birthday candles. Then abdominal muscles contract to force air out, team effort. The lungs are the main stage. The alveoli are where the action happens. The diaphragm is the engine driving the whole show. This coordinated dance keeps oxygen flowing steadily to your body. When you run, it speeds up. When you sleep, it slows down. A smart, responsive system working behind the scenes. So there you have it, guys. The incredible, awe-inspiring story of your respiratory system. It's a journey that starts with a simple sniffle and ends with powering every single cell in your body. From the bounces in your nose to the millions of tiny air sacs in your lungs. It's your built-in supercharger, your life support, your personal power plant. It works non-stop, without you even having to think about it. The most complex and amazing things are often the ones we take for granted. To recap, air comes in through your nose, gets cleaned and warmed, travels down your windpipe, branches into your lungs, reaches the alveoli. There, oxygen jumps into your blood, carbon dioxide jumps out. Then you exhale and the process starts again. Simple concept, complex execution. Understanding this is the first step to appreciating your body. It's not just biology, it's a miracle. Your lungs are powerful, but not invincible. Take care of your internal engine like your car's engine. Simple things make a huge difference. Avoid smoking. Stay away from polluted areas when you can. Get regular exercise, cardio, running, swimming, deep breathing exercises. Think of it as taking your lungs to the gym. The stronger they are, the more energy you'll have, the sharper your mind will be, and the better you'll feel overall. So my call to action for you today is simple. Take a moment to just breathe. Take a deep, conscious breath. Feel the air filling your lungs. Feel your chest expand. Acknowledge the incredible work your body is doing for you right now. Power up your lungs, and you will power up your life. It's that simple. Let's make every breath count. Thank you for joining me on this journey, guys. Stay curious, stay healthy, and keep breathing deep. Peace out. If this video helped you understand your amazing respiratory system, smash that like button, share it with someone who needs to know this, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible body science content. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload.